Jameson Williams has massive potential, and it's only the fan base seems to be divided. You either love the guy or you can't stand him. You either think he's going to be a bust or you think he's going to be great. I think he has potential to be great. I don't think he's going to be a bust, but it's too early to tell on either when it comes to either side. I saw some things I liked and I didn't like in the preseason game, and Dan Campbell said that him and Nate were going to play at the same time. So when Nate came out, we saw Jameson come out as well. Jameson had Bryce Young throwing to him, okay, and at Alabama. You know who he had throwing to him in his first real action? Nate Sudfeld. And I'm not going to do the sound effect today, but y'all know how I feel about Nate Sudfeld. I'll save that for another day. Those are two different quarterbacks. One is a first overall pick, and one has thrown 37 passes in an NFL game. But Nate Sudfeld and his quarterback play aside, there are some very good things with Jameson Williams. Now, I don't have any of the blocking plays, but Jameson Williams gets out there and blocks. He does that. And he's pretty good at it too. He has no fear of blocking. But there are some things that I think I've always said that he needs to catch with his hands. And he also needs to get used to the NFL. See, in college, Jameson Williams was used to running past everybody. That's not going to happen in the NFL. There are times that he's going to blow past somebody. We're going to look at one of those today. But most of the time, a receiver is going to be on him. He's going to be tight coverage, and he has to learn how to compete with that. And I think when I was reading his scouting profile, that was one of the weaknesses of Jameson Williams. So today what we're going to do is we're going to look at a few plays, and this is coming from, obviously, the game on Friday night. Now, this play, to me, in my opinion, is all on Nate Sudfeld. Because, say it with me, you already know, right? And yes, that's going to be stuck in your head for the rest of your life. But here it is. The ball is, I'm guessing, on the 11 or 12-yard line. And you're going to see, I'm not using my pen today, so you got to look for the mouse. Here's Jameson Williams here where the cursor is at right here. So he's lined up right here, okay? You can always tell it was him because he have the sleeves on. Now, what's going to happen here is the ball is going to go to Chase Cota, who was really kind of coming on the second half. And in my opinion, Nate, you're going to see this. Nate Sudfeld, okay, I got to come back to me. Nate Sudfeld literally was forcing the ball to Jameson Williams, forcing over and over and over. And sometimes it was there, sometimes it wasn't. Jameson dropped the ball before this play that he should have caught. He should have caught it. There's no doubt about it. If it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it, right? But he was forcing to Jameson Williams every single time and time again. In this play, he decides that he's not going to even look his way. Now, Jameson Williams is going to come up here. I wish I had my pen right now. Jameson Williams is going to come up here. This linebacker here, or safety or whoever he is going to, because it's a zone right now. So this guy is going to bump Jameson. But watch, this is where the ball is going to go. But watch Jameson Williams here. Let this play. Jameson Williams bumps him. And look at this. Wide open. That has to be between here and here, about 10 yards. Nate is forcing the ball here. And he's pretty much covered because as you let this play, the safety is going to come up. He's also open. He's open right now, but that's a tough ball with the safety coming down. But if Jameson Williams catches this ball here, right there, he's gone. Because this guy, come on, let's go back because we went to another play. That's another play. That's the next play. This guy here is not going to catch him. And the safety is already running to the side. Now, even if the safety says, hey, I see Jameson Williams, I see you looking Jamo's way, and instead of cutting toward Chase Cota, he starts to cut toward Jameson Williams. I still think Jamo has the speed to keep that play going here, and neither one of these guys close in on him. But even if he didn't and he got caught, that's a big play. That's not on Jameson Williams. That play there is not on Jamo. He literally Nate Sudfeld was staring him down the entire game. Just Every pass. Seems like every pass just trying to get it to Jamo over and over and over. His first pass of the game was a forced play. And this play coming up is a play that he threw to Jameson Williams. Now, this next play could be on Jameson, all right? Not everything he does is perfect, and it really does make you appreciate Calvin Johnson. Let's look at this play here. Now, this play is Nate Sudfeld is going to be looking for Jameson Williams. All right, let me see if I can go to the other shot here because I don't want this copyright claimed. All right, now Jameson Williams, he's throwing to Jamo. No, okay, this is a better shot of it. Here's Jameson Williams here. Nate Sudfeld is gearing up to throw Jameson the ball. Now, this here, I think that Jameson sees the ball. He knows he's the target. I think he could have gave a little more effort. Now, it's possible that he felt the safety here. He could kind of feel that he was coming, and it does look like he pulled up a little bit. Now, would he had to go up there? He would have had to sacrifice his body to get this ball. Go up, but you can tell he kind of pulls back. And to me, just looking at this play, I think a little more effort could be there. I'm just a dude sitting in my basement, though. He's an NFL player. But Calvin goes up, stretches. I'm not trying to, compare Jameson Williams to Calvin Johnson, meaning he's not Calvin, right? All I'm saying is it makes me appreciate Calvin Johnson and him sacrificing his body, the stuff that if you want to be a truly great receiver, that's the stuff you have to do. You have to go up there, get that thing, and put your body out there. That's what you got to do. So in my opinion, a little bit more effort from Jameson Williams. He felt the safety closing down on him. And right there, he decides, you know what? He made that decision right there that he wasn't going to stretch out for this ball. I think you can see right now here is the top of, there's the ball right there where my mouse is at. Here's the top of Jameson Williams' hands. If he goes up with both hands, he snags that, but he is outstretched. Whole body is vulnerable. Now this safety here is going to come up and light him up, right? He's going to take a hit. Maybe that's why he didn't pull it down. He gave up, and it led to an interception. Now this here, we talked about one thing that wasn't his fault. We talked about one thing that I think he could have, that kind of was. Nate Sudfeld had to get it over. You can't really see that at the stadium, but he had to get it over the linebacker who got up there, but Jameson could have got higher and got it. So we talked about one that was in his control, one that was out of his control, and now we're going to talk about an actual catch that he made. Now this here is the 2-point conversion that Jameson Williams caught after the Maurice Alexander touchdown. Here's Jameson here. Okay, you can always tell, again, because he wears the sleeves. I've never seen him without sleeves. Even in practice, he had on sleeves. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to be very reminiscent to the Brock Wright play against the New York Jets. Jameson Williams is going to come out, and he's going to start blocking for a little bit. If they let me. So he's going to come out, pretend like he's going to block. He gets a piece of the offensive lineman. This play was always going to Jameson Williams, but it looks like that Sudfeld is trying to look off, and I think that's James Mitchell right there. But you're going to see it was always going to Jamo. Now, this is a contested catch. The defender is on him, and that is a one-hand catch that Jameson Williams makes. Now, that's the same catch that he could have made earlier because the defender was kind of already draped over him. That is a one-arm catch that Jameson Williams makes as his left arm is already held by the receiver. And they don't show a different angle on this in this broadcast, but I've seen a different angle from a camera back here. Jameson catches it. His left hand is already grabbed. He comes down, he catches it, secure the catch before he even hit the ground. You can see that the ball is in his arm right. Let me see if I can get it. Well, I passed it, but you can see that the ball is in his hand. Left hand is already grabbed. Right hand catches it. And it was a nice ball by Nate. I know I talk about Nate a lot, but that you can see it go up right there. Let me see if I can pause it when his hand comes out. Hopefully this thing ain't copywritten, man. Right there. He already got it. Caught it. One hand. Got it. So I think that there is some good, some bad with Jameson Williams. But that's the nature of a second-year receiver who didn't really play his first year. Like, not everyone's going to be Jamar Chase. Not everyone's going to be that guy. And I think that Jameson Williams, and this is why he's playing in the preseason. This is why Dan Campbell said that he's going to get a ton of reps, because he needs them. He needs them. In my opinion, he learned from that initial drop that he had in the first quarter. The defender was already on him. Both of his hands touched the ball. And right when they touched it, the defender grabbed his arms and started pulling him in. If he catches that, who knows if he survives the ground with the defender being draped over? Could he have corralled it with two hands? We don't know. But the effort is what we want to see. So that Jameson has mad potential, but he also has some work that he needs to do. But we're not new. We already know this. We already know that for all his speed, he still got some rawness and some stuff to him that he needs to clean up. And that's how it is, right? So, but I fall back on like the bus label. I don't understand. To me, Lions fans, it seems like you guys don't want anything nice. That's what it seemed like. We can't wait to. I didn't like Jeff Okudah. I hated the whole thing, but I gave him a chance. I gave him chance after chance after chance. And when he was traded, so here's what we can do. In 3 years' time, if Jameson Williams is no longer on his team, then you were right. Because if he's no longer on this team in 3 years, that means he didn't work out. And you can say you were right then. But let's fall back a little bit. Let the kid get some quality play. And honestly, I think it's really going to come next year. It's really going to come next year. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Jameson Williams, do you think that that Detroit Lions fans are justified in how they're feeling, or are they going overboard with the whole bagging on Jameson Williams? You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.